now I'm looking at Spiral Review 1. Spiral Review 16. This is Block 1. So, this one is comparing our two fractions, 1/2 to 7/12. And it says that you have to make an equivalent fraction with the same denominator. So we need an equivalent fraction here that's in twelfths. Okay? 1/2 is equal to how many twelfths? Who can remind me, how do I find an equivalent fraction? How do I find an equivalent fraction? I'll give you a hint.
Equivalent fraction. Multiply or divide by the numerator or denominator by the same number.
Okay, it's numerator and denominator by the same number. So 2 times what gives 2 to 12? 6. So you need to multiply the numerator by 6, and then you'll need to decide which is greater, 1/2 or 7/12. Okay, the first 3 multiples for 8. Okay, if I said to list the first 3 multiples for 5, they would be 5, 10, 15. The first 3 multiples for 4 would be 4, 8, 12. The first 3 multiples for 7 would be 7, 14, 21. Okay, so the first multiple for 8 is 8, and then you need to figure out the next 2. 8 times 1 is 8, then 8 times 2, then 8 times 3. Okay, find the sum, the difference, the product, and the quotient for 124 and 4. Here you're finding the sum, here you're finding the difference, and here you're finding the product. And then here, you're going to do the quotient, the dividend, the divisor, and the quotient. Okay, so you're going to divide down here. Are there questions about what to do there? If you don't know the meaning of sum, difference, product, and quotient, then you need to get in your pink math journal and find those. Are there questions about that? Okay, area and perimeter. Okay, so finding the area, we need to divide this into 2 rectangles. We have 2 options. We can draw a horizontal line from here to here, or we can draw a vertical line from here to here. Ricky, what do you want to do? Horizontal or vertical?
Vertical.
Vertical, so like this.
I'm doing a good job.
Yep. So this is rectangle A, and this is rectangle B. How do I find the area? What is my formula for area? Owen. Area equals length times width. So tell me the length and width for rectangle A. What are the length and width for rectangle A? Addie?
4 centimeters and 9 centimeters.
4 by 9. Why didn't you pick 7, Addie?
Because it's
Because 7 only goes from here to here. I don't have a highlighter up here. 7 only goes from here to here. That's not the entire side of the triangle, is it? We have to go to here to get the entire length. Okay, why didn't we choose 10, Addie?
because half of it is marked.
Because this is 10, and we only want this much. Okay? So, 9 and 4 are your length and width. What are your length and width for rectangle B? What are your length and width for rectangle B? Owen?
9 centimeters and 6 centimeters and 2
6
centimeters.
and 2. Why didn't you pick 10?
Because it's not fully here.
Yeah, this is 10, and we only want this much. That's 6. Okay? So once you find the 2 areas, then you add them together. You guys did this in 3rd grade. Okay, perimeter. You're adding up the sides. It's giving you a hint that there are 6 sides. And then you need to go back and put your answers right here. So when you add, you need to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers. Okay, use a ruler. I saw several people this week on your spiral not use a ruler. Get a ruler or straight edge. Label your points. Include your arrows. These are lines. They need arrows. Okay, your point should not be on the arrow. Okay, do your point and then draw your line a little farther and then do your arrow. Okay, Mrs. Smith wants to put a fence. That's a clue word. A fence around. Those are clue words. Her rectangular backyard. That's also a clue word. She has 60 yards of fencing. If her backyard is 15 yards by 11 yards, does she have enough fencing for her backyard? If no, how much more does she need? If yes, how much is left over? So you're going to have two questions. Does she have enough? And then you're either going to say how much more she needs or how much is left over. Okay? Let's go ahead down here and draw our picture of Mrs. Smith's backyard. What is the length and width of the backyard? According to the problem, what are the length and width of the backyard? Harper. 15 by 11. Okay? So, I need a fence. Am I looking for area or a perimeter? Am I going to put my fence all over here or around? Perimeter. Fencing is perimeter. Okay? Okay, I will do a couple of freebies. Raise your hand if you've thought about it and you see one that you would like a freebie on. Trista. The variable one? Here, this one? Vocab. Okay, which one do you want? Sum, difference, product, or quotient? Huh? Okay, the quotient. So that's down here. Okay, so 124 divided by 4. Okay, over here I have my 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 10 is 40. 4 times 100 is 400, so that's too big. Okay, I can subtract 40, but if I look at these first 2 digits, I can get closer. 4 times what gets me close to 12 without going over? Stella?
4 times 2.
Gets me to 8.
3.
4 times 3 is 12. I'm in the tens though, so 4 times 30 is 120. So I have my partial quotient as 30 and I'm subtracting 120, which leaves me with 4. Okay, 4 times what gets me to 4? 1. Put your 1 down and then subtract your 4. You have 0 left, and 30 plus 1 is 31. Now you have to decide what's the dividend, divisor, and quotient. Okay? All right, one more freebie. What do we need? Lily?
Area and perimeter.
Okay, I'll do part of it. What do you want? The perimeter or one of the areas?
One of the areas.
Okay, A or B?
A.
A. So if our rectangle A area is length times width, okay, so we said that's 9 times 4. So what is the area of rectangle A? 36 centimeters squared. So then you need to find the area of rectangle B, and then you just add them together.
9 times 4. She wrote that up. She wrote that up there, Ricky.
You need to write a little smaller, bud. Okay, this is due on Friday, which is January, what?
9 times 4.
18, 19, 20, 21st. Put your name on it. Put it in your red math folder, and we are ready to talk on this packet.